Okay, hopefully you can hear me now.
So those are the basics of inversions, and what I want to do now is go over a bunch of exercises so you can walk away from this video actually having done something really productive. And like I said before, take the theory of inversions.
Oh my God. Okay. Where am I? Okay.
At this kind of mood at the moment, you'll have to bear with me. Let's play some really fun, good sounding chord progressions.
Now, hopefully, I've just had, all right. So if you can hear me, I can never get this right. I always have these sound settings turned down when I'm teaching online, because if I have them on, I get dreadful feedback if I've got the iPad on Zoom as well. Anyway, so if you're there, say hi, let me know you can hear me. And yeah, I was just talking about an epiphany that people have told me about over the years. I'll come in and they'll say something like, I've had an epiphany. And it just means that they've seen something over the course of that week that they haven't seen before, and it's like a new, they're looking at the same thing, but they're looking at it differently, and they're looking at it through a different lens, a different prism, I suppose. So I had one of those epiphanies this week as I was putting my slow cooker together yesterday morning. It dawned on me, because I didn't have I'm not very confident in the kitchen. I'm just going to say that out straight. I'm not a huge, I actually don't think I'm a fan, well, I'm not going to even say that, because that sounds negative. I could do with some training. I could do with some training in the kitchen, let's just put it that way. I remember my daughter, my eldest daughter, she was 6 years old at the time, and we just finished destroying some biscuits in the oven. I burnt them yet. Hey, Christina. Can you hear me, Christina? I just finished destroying some biscuits in the oven for probably not the first time. And she just looked at me, and she wasn't being nasty. She wasn't being horrible. She was just being like her 6-year-old self, you know, just being honest. And she said, Mum, I'm not being mean, but everything you bake is a disaster. And I'll never, ever forget it. And so I did put that on Facebook at the time, and my friends sort of said, oh, well, maybe it's your oven. Maybe the oven is old or something, and it was an old oven, I will say that. Anyway, I digress. I wanted to tell you today about this epiphany that I had as I was making up my slow cooker yesterday. So normally I would stick very much to the letter to a recipe. I've never, ever contemplated cooking anything without a step-by-step, like, you know, recipe and following it to the letter. And so yesterday, as I was putting my chicken casserole together, I hadn't really planned the ingredients. I hadn't organized. It was sort of just that morning I realized I need to get something together, and I didn't have, you know, I didn't have the plan. I didn't have the recipe. And it probably is the first time I've actually just thrown a few things together, put it all there, put the lid on, and then crossed my fingers and hoped for the best. And it was really because of that experience that I'd had of putting a little bit of this with a little bit of that, and just sort of sprinkling a dose of hope into it. I just found that it turned out really well, and I didn't need the recipe. And I think that's how people feel sometimes when they have been trained to only access music via the page. They need the map, they need the recipe, they need the every single instruction there that they can follow. And when they move outside of that, which is what I ask them to do when they come in for lessons here, it can feel like it's a little bit uncomfortable, because they're not used to it. They're not used to, you know, thinking, well, I wonder what this sound would sound like with this sound, or wonder what the right hand of this song would sound like with the left hand of this piece. And they need encouragement. Some of them lap it up, they just love it, but other people just need encouragement to experiment and explore and create. And so I felt like I could step and walk in their shoes a little bit yesterday morning as I was putting this casserole together, because I felt out of my comfort zone. I was thinking, I wonder if this will work. I wonder if this will taste good. I wonder if the kids will eat it. I wonder if my daughter will say everything I bake's a disaster again. She didn't. She ate it. She said it was great. Yeah, I just thought it's really important to sometimes step outside that comfort zone of what you know, because you never know what you're going to find, and sometimes you can find gold. And I'm going to even say that the casserole last night was better than some of the casseroles that I've made following the recipe. So there you go. How clever is that? So that's about it, really. I've got my ladies, they're not here yet, but they'll be here soon, or maybe they'll be online, I don't know. And also running a free introductory session on Thursday at 1 o'clock South Australian time. If you are interested in finding out a little bit more about the process that we follow here to get music into your fingers on the keyboard quickly and easily and immediately, just send through your best contact number and I will be in touch to book you into that. The next round of Music on Steroids starts at, when does it start? 10th of June. 10th of June, Wednesday morning. So if you're interested in enrolling in that, I've got 2 groups going at the moment, and 2 amazing groups of people travelling through that course at the moment. So I can't fit any more in at the moment unless I do a Saturday afternoon. And I have had a few people say they're not available on Wednesdays and they work full time. So if that is something you're interested in, just maybe let me know, so I know if there's a demand there for a Saturday afternoon session. But otherwise, the next one is the 10th of June. Yeah, just message me your number and I will give you a call for a chat if that's of interest to you. So yes, go and step outside your comfort zone. Go and do something different today. Go and see what a little bit of this sounds like with a little bit of that, and see what you come up with. Okay, take care for now. Bye-bye. See ya.